Now, you've done a lot of things, as you said. You've done NASCAR, you've done music videos, you've done live shows, you've done drag races, you've done television shows, you've done commercials. Out of all those, what's the most challenging?
Well, the any outdoor shoot is the most challenging. I'll put it that way. In NASCAR, it was either 98 degrees, and we're down on the asphalt, or it's 20 degrees in Rockingham, North Carolina, and you're trying to do a shoot. It was either too hot, too cold, windy, or raining. And if it's raining, they still have to go on the air and say it's raining. Look around. So just adapting to the environment is the toughest part for me, and to keep all of my electronics dry and working. And again, if you're the owner, it's your responsibility. So that's another thing. It's like, if you're working for somebody else, it's, oh, it got wet, man, I don't know. Saw smoke come out of it, it just stopped working. But when you're the owner, it's like, you gotta keep the stuff dry and keep it working.
What's the most expensive piece of equipment you ever had to purchase?
Wow. These stabilized heads now, okay, where you put the camera in there and they have gyros that keep everything solid, those are pretty pricey now. And the shot over is one of the leading in the industry at the moment. And it's over $100,000 just for the head, So that can get expensive.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Takes a lot of rentals to pay that back.
Yeah, that's right.
For sure.
So do you rent your equipment out too? Is that part of the deal, or do you just, okay?
That's the thing, is like, when I first started, I was working so hard and just 70, 80 hours a week, just busting it. And I finally figured out that there's only one you, and you can only work so many hours, and then you're done. But the equipment is where the money is made. So I learned early on, buy a bunch of equipment and let that equipment work for you, and you can be making money while you're on the couch. So that has worked out well for me, and my wife too. My wife has a teleprompter company. When we first got married, she's like, I could never have my own company, and I was just convinced her, like, that's where it's at, is working for yourself, owning your equipment, so that you can rent your equipment even if you're not there and you have other operators there. Mm-hmm. So it's worked for her, it's worked for me, and I think the key is just starting out small. That's what I did. I mean, I was a one-man band. I was just me and one jib, and a jib is a camera crane. It's just a long pole with a camera on the end of it that's remote control from this end. That's what a jib is, if people don't know what a camera jib is. So I started out with one jib, and I was actually working my full-time job. My promise to myself was, buy a jib, work your full-time job until you pay it off, and then quit your job. That was my business plan. So I would start my company not in debt for my jib. So in July 31st, 1998, that happened. And I was like, wow, now what are you gonna do? You really gonna do it, or are you gonna chicken out? Because my boss was my best friend at the National Network. He gave me all the great jobs, and but I called him up that night, and I was like, I don't know how to tell you this. I know people would kill for my job that I have, but I'm giving my 2-week notice, and I'm gonna quit and try to give it a shot on my own. And that's what I did, and never looked back. It just, and like 5 or 6 months later, Brett came on board, and the business was picking up. I had to purchase my second jib, but literally, I have funded it throughout my entire company. So it's like, personally, I've been debt-free since like 2000, and business-wise, I've been debt-free since like 2002. So you know what? It goes back to the old Dave Ramsey way, but it does work, whether you like the guy or not. The principles do work, and me and my wife both just live by that, personally and professionally. So we've just always lived debt-free. And if you live debt-free, you don't have to make a lot of money to live a great life.
Hey there, it's the real Jason Duncan. Thank you for watching this video. If you are an entrepreneur and you've ever thought about what it's going to be like when you get ready to exit your business, I'm the guy you want to follow. So make sure that you've subscribed to this channel and go check out the link in the description, therealjasonduncan.com. Check out the resources I've got for people just like you, as an entrepreneur who's trying to get his life back, get her life back, get your time and freedom back. We've got a couple other videos you might be interested in. There's one here and there's one here. If that's what you want as an entrepreneur, if you're being trapped in your business, then I can help you get out of that. So go to therealjasonduncan.com. The link is in the description and check out one of these videos. I'll see you next time.